Good. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
Hi, Todd. Hi to everybody back home.
It's time for our tale of the tape. Vasyl the Matrix Lomachenko. He's 5'6" tall, weighing in at an even 130 pounds. That's a lightweight limit, and he's got a reach of 65 inches. And he'll be facing Terence Bud. There can only be one Lomachenko, Ukraine's finest. He's a former world champion in multiple weight classes. Terence Bud Crawford, the undisputed lightweight champion of the world. He also can crack at welterweight, one of the best to ever do it.
Todd, can you spot the reach difference? Can you spot it? Look at that.
And with that, we turn it over to the world-renowned ring announcer, Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, presenting the two-time Olympic gold medalist from Ukraine, a tremendous three-division champion of the world, Vasyl Lomachenko. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Omaha, Nebraska, here is an acclaimed three-division champion of the world, Terence Bud Crawford.
Expectations are sky high for this fight. Will it live up to the hype? We're about to find out. No doubt about it, this was the hottest ticket in town by a country mile. Every seat has been sold.
Good luck. And back.
Many said this fight would never happen, and yet here it is, and here we go. This fighter has not shown us much defense at all. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. Oh, and there he caught him with a stiff jab. So much pre-match drama before this showdown. Who could forget what we saw yesterday at the weigh-in? These two boxers are finally ready to get it on.
Todd, listen to them. Listen to them. You can hear the noise, but you don't know what they're saying. It's that loud. I'm sorry, man. I'm shouting in your ear. I'm sorry.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
A very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
This has been a very competitive round between these two. You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. One punch could change everything in this battle. Nice counter shot. And a counter left. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Loma. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out.
Here we go for round two. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
seeing. One punch could change everything in this battle. Punch, counter punch. Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. I hope this fighter realizes that defense is one of the scoring criteria in boxing.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
This counter-puncher is going to wait for you to move first and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
When you're fighting a counter puncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counter puncher. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Catch and shoot with the left counter. Good job. Let's talk about Loma. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't...
Here we go in round three. Who's going to land the first big shot? Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going. Good counter punch. Good counter punching from both these fighters. And he misses with the left uppercut. He's got a massive reach advantage. Let's see if he uses it.
Very smart, very sharp. This is a fit young man style that he's got to get inside that long reach. Not many fights can do that.
Nice job landing with that right-hand counter. They have no respect for each other's punching power. They both want a highlight reel knockout. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. Unlike the heavier fighters, these fighters throw so many punches, it's hard to keep up.
Oh my goodness, what pace, what pace. They're like, do you know what a Yorkshire Terrier is, Todd? They're like little Yorkshire Terriers. Oh my goodness, they're like little Yorkshire Terriers. They're never going to give up.
Nice shot with the left. Trying to answer back. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Loma. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter.
There's the bell for round four. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going. Good counter left hand there. You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
Got his gloves up to block the left jab. Good punch. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points. The problem with having a chin that everybody knows if they hit you, you're hurt, you're gone. You've got to protect that, but you've also got to get your shots off. And they forget, you can bang too.
They score with that left hand. Both men step back for just a moment. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Beautiful counter shot. Let's talk about Loma. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
And there's the bell to start round 5. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Beautiful counter punch. We hear that old phrase, second wind. You've got to find it somehow.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It could all come down to who's in better shape. That left counter punch will score. He just misses with that big right hand. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same. That punch landed. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Nice job landing that left counter punch. Let's talk about Loma. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
As long as they don't get...
Let's start the 6. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one. Great counter right hand there. Nice exchange here from both men. Crawford's legs are all over the place. Oh my, that's a game changer. And down goes Crawford. And it's a one-hitter winner. What a knockout shot. Let's take another look.
One, two, 3, 4, 5.
So they'll make it up, and this fight continues. This could be the end. They've avoided catastrophe there. How do they use this fighter's aggression against them?
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tell. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
Crawford may be ready to go down. Let's talk about Loma. So it's plan B time after being knocked down in that round.
Can make or break a fighter.
Just get the jab and don't get carried away. Good work, that's it. Breathe, just get your breath back. Good.
And there's the bell for round 7. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff them.
It's defend yourself at all times, but this fighter hasn't defended themselves at all. Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed. They're confident. They know they just have the quick burst, boom! In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed. And that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Nice counter shot. And he misses with that jab. Do you believe what we're seeing? Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Loma. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
On top of him.
And there's the bell for round 8. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Nice counter punch. That one lands. Nice exchange here from both men. Counter right. There's a right hand. Energy and endurance are not an issue for this fighter who continues to be aggressive as the rounds wear on.
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
And he parries the right jab away. That counter shot lands. Both men step back for just a moment. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Loma. They've got the momentum, they've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye.
And there's the bell for round 9. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going. One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas, over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
Fantastic punch. There's a counter shot. This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
Some fighters are just gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap.
So his offense gets stifled there by a clinch. The courage on display here is incredible. Good right hand. It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. That cut's pretty bad. Let's see if the referee stops the fight.
Okay, are you all right? Are you okay?
And they're going to let him continue. Let's talk about Loma. Look at all that blood, but he's still wanting to come out for more.
Cornerman, get your job done, do it right.
Keep doing what you're doing. The gaps will appear. Nice round. Good round. I like that. I'm happy. Good man.
It's round 10. What a fight it has been so far. Wonder what we're going to see in this round.
What a round. What have they got left? How can you get better than that? That is ridiculous. That's stuff you see on video games.
Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
This can be so frustrating when you're in with such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
The old adage is, no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed. The courage on display here is incredible. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. And yes, there's a cut, and the referee will stop the action.
You're taking too much. The fight is over.
And the referee will stop it. This fight is over.
Too early, too early. Should have let him get stuck in with it.
Another TKO win here, Johnny. What's next?
A TKO. The argument's going to rumble on. The crowd aren't happy. The fighters aren't happy. They wanted to see a definitive end to this fight. These guys are going to have to do it all over again. But please, please, please don't give me another TKO.